Hey FLD fans, if you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names for as low as $1.99, world-class hosting, and fast and easy website builders. Enter code NN749 and get your domain name for $7.49. Your piece of the internet is at GoDaddy.com.
When they fired up the equipment and he stepped back in to do his job, he performed. It was like he never left, and the fans, they loved it. Derek D? Heck no, I'm talking Michael Schumacher, and his return this week to Formula One. But Derek gets the credit, or the blame, for the stories in this shakedown about what's going on with race car looks. His Monday comments, where he couldn't tell the difference between the 2009 and 2010 F1 cars, got me thinking. Seems Derek had trouble looking beyond the paint jobs. But hey, he's a New York City guy. Paint's all we need to know about cars here. The yellow ones are for cabs, the white ones are the cops, the black ones are the limos, and I call the big red ones when I'm on fire. But DD, for you, we'll dig into the new F1 designs. We'll take a serious look at NASCAR because their look-alike cars, they could be changing. And we'll give you the heads up on a new look Indy car that'll debut next week at the Chicago Auto Show. Time Attack, I swear to God we'll cover it before their season kicks. This is Shakedown.
This episode of FastLane Daily is brought to you by Auto Wall Art. Turn your favorite automotive photo into a work of canvas art. Go to AutoWallArt.com.
F1 debuted this week cars from Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, Toro Rosso, Sauber, Williams, Virgin. And from US F1, still that unfinished tub. Red Bull, Force India, and Lotus next week. Stevens GP on 225. They bought the 2010 Toyota car and engine, everything except for the gas pedal. I just had to say that. Stevens already shipped their equipment to Bahrain, even though they're not an official team yet. But with the TBD debut dates for Campos and US F1, why not? Okay, DD and viewers, here's the top line to the new 2010 F1 designs. Number 1, longer wheelbase to carry double the fuel. No gas stops this year. Number 2, really raised noses and bigger swan neck fronts versus the low-nose 2009 Braun look to get more air and aero under the car to compensate for the smaller 2010 front tires and for the rear diffusers. Number 3, side peak noses ripped off from the 2009 Red Bull design to prevent air spilling into the side flow and to raise the suspension mounting points for better working geometry. Number 4, more shark fins, again to keep the air flowing smooth. Number 5, no more wheel covers, so now we can see the different spoke designs. And number 6, more new diffusers. You all know the diffuser is the underbody area that sucks air out to create downforce. The rules limit the diffuser size, so you can't do something like this Time Attack car. The rules also define the horizontal planes for the car and the diffuser, but not the vertical. So the loophole, holes are cut into the vertical to grab the air and move it above the legal diffuser to the second one, more downforce. In 2010, expect to see double, triple, fourple diffusers until they're outlawed in 2011. And then there are the cool details. The mustache ride rear wing on the Renault, the checkerboard carbon on the Toro Rosso, the center post roll post on the Mercedes, and end plate mounted rear wings eliminating the draggy wing supports. Hey, in fairness to DD, these cars probably do all look alike. But to me, it's the details that are the difference makers, and much more interesting than the racing politics and the soap opera BS. Like, hey, Schumi visited the Ferrari trailer and had the aglio e olio spaghetti lunch. He did, and who the F cares? NASCAR, a cringeworthy topic around here, except things are changing. It seems car makers are demanding changes. And NASCAR, surrounded by angry promoters, TV partners, advertisers, fewer fans, and lost revenues, they know they're screwed. They got nowhere to hide, and they need to listen. So by 2012, we may see NASCAR race cars that look like real cars. Think of the tube-frame Grand Am Camaro or the Aussie V8 supercars. Also think stuff that ties race cars closer to the production car, like fuel injection, sequential gearbox, electronics, and some green tech. The buzzword is relevance, and the car makers are serious. If it happens, great. If not, at least one manufacturer has already told NASCAR, we're gone. And finally for today, IndyCar. Talk about a series locked in a spec car, tech car brain freeze. The series has been dicking around with a chassis engine change for years. So a few of the power owners, led by Ganassi, Andretti, Penske, they got together and they formed Delta Wing LLC and had ex-Lola, now Ganassi engineer, Ben Bowlby design a radical new car as their proposal for the 2012 change. Of course, the IRL is radically proposing only an update to the current Dallara chassis. The Delta is rumored to have no front or rear wings, just underbody downforce, no real weight, really light, a 4-cylinder turbo, and designed by Jet's technology that'll make it look like IndyCar is moving forward, not stuck in the 90s. Hey, should someone be calling Spiker Saab around this time? These are not the Delta car, just some designs from an earlier IRL-commissioned art college project. So there may be hope. The real Delta debuts at the Chicago Auto Show next week, and we'll follow it up if it's worthy. Hey, Derek, good to have you around. You know, I needed a chew toy.